I wouldn't be surprised,
sure.
honestly. But I think there's, like, even in the qualifiers, there's probably players like Hestejo, I think, has played very well.
Ah, he's amazing.
Like,
every draft, he gets targeted the most.
Skylark.
Skylark as well.
Yeah, and it's hard to find. It's hard to find two players, offlaners and supports.
Yeah. They're the two that
Those are the hardest to find.
Okay.
Supports are, like, I think even harder than offlane because they're the ones who need, like, the most in-game experience and leadership.
And they've got to have arguably the best synergy with.
Yeah, you have to be a really good shot caller, and that's why you always see, like, position 1 and 2 players being the newcomers on the block.
Yeah, so they're thrown around, or
yeah, and it's all mechanical skill and, like, how good are you at your matchups?
And how good are you at listening to me?
Yeah.
Whenever you're like, I'm the shot caller, you're fresh blood, just listen to me.
Right.
Wow, we have a draft up. We can get it on your beautiful screens. We're going to start seeing what's going on between Danish Bears and Planet Dog as we get into this best of 3. The final best of 3, best of 5 will be the grand final after this one. And the loser to go home, the winner to move forward and play against Mouse Sports. Here we have it. The bans come out, and a second ban on AA. Wow. That's an early AA ban.
Maybe. I mean, he's really good at one thing, anti-push. Like, a team groups up, they want to take a tower, you get hit by an ice blast, you automatically feel like, God, I really don't want to push anymore. Other than that, he offers, like, some damage, a little bit of control. I'm kind of with Ben, though. I don't really like the hero in general. But people are favoring it pretty heavily, so it has some merit, for sure.
They're going to be happy with that.
They actually get clocked.
Getting their clock for Hestejo.
Ban out the Nyx and Nightstock instead.
Clock SF time.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
They do that. They pick clock SF straight up. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. I think Danish Bears are happy. I do think Planet Dog are happy as well, though. We saw in that last game, at the last series, they're great with the Darkseer. They also had Quap in that game as well, didn't they? They had two heroes that they just played straight out the bat against Singularity. A team very good at hitting the wombo combos, and I think for that reason alone, you're now, if you're Danish Bears, wondering if Planet Dog are going to get like your Sand King, which is still there. Who else did they have? They Nyx Assassin themselves last game, didn't it? They had another sort of AoE stuff. Jakiro's Wombo C comboed a lot with Darkseer, but any sort of those Wombo heroes. Yeah, Jakiro and Sand King are the two that sort of scream out to me. And we'll see if they. I think Sand King could definitely warrant a ban, couldn't it? If you
From either team, honestly.
But yeah, for sure.
Sand King fits into like every lineup.
Disruptor, maybe.
I think Planet Dog showed a big weakness in the last series, though, is that they jungle a lot early.
Okay.
Like their offlaner jungles way more than other offlaners that I see. He actually starts off with Iron Talon.
He does actually, yeah. This guy's yeah.
And
he's
doesn't
always
even, like,
there.
show up to the lane at first. He's just like, he's
just straight Iron Talon.
Yeah.
So I
think
they
have a bad matchup.
It was Darkseer versus Ursa.
But he's literally done this in so many games.
Yeah, most of his games.
Yeah, most of his games.
Even in like neutral matchups, he will just like straight up.
Even against just like a duel lane.
Yeah.
He'll go jungle, get at least what level 3. Then he'll think about going to the lane.
Which I think Danish Bears can just easily punish in the lanes. And if he Iron Talons, I think they will. Like they're probably already expecting him to Iron Talons.
Oh, there we have it. Sand King ban as expected from Danish Bears.
What do you do with that though? Do you push his tier 1 early? Do you roam into his jungle?
You just have really strong lanes. Like you just win all 3 lanes really hard, so to the point where they can't really come back. And that almost happened in the last game that we just saw.
Yeah, that Ursa was huge initially.
Yeah, Ursa was huge, the Slardar was huge, and TA was also huge. They lost all 3 lanes, and I think that they could just do something similar, pressure their safe laner. Because Swift Ending plays really weak safe laners. He plays Slark a lot, he plays Lycan. Like, these heroes are just like, please dual lane me.
Lifestealer. The stronger ones.
Yep.
And they go for Disruptor.
There's a Disruptor you mentioned. And yeah, Lifestealer. Definitely a hero that could come out in either of these lineups.
They could do Tree, I think. Tree would very problematic for them. I think too.
10 seconds remaining.
In terms of the early game. There's not that many other good roamers, I suppose, or position 5s that can.
Tree doesn't help too much in the mid lane though.
Silencer.
Yeah, that's true.
Tree's more like a side lane winner.
I think they already have mid lane on lock though because Clock SF.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
SF will have max souls.
We've seen Rise is not shy about spending tons of time in the mid lane.
Oh yeah, this is the Danish Bears are the people that try lane mid every game.
Yeah, it's the DB special.
10 seconds remaining.
That's gonna be fun.
So it's worth it though if you have Shadow Fiend.
Oh yeah, for sure. And if this Darkseer goes straight into the jungle, it's also absolutely worth it because you don't need to zone anyone in Silencer in the same.
Reserve time.
Yeah, that Silencer certainly could get annoying. A good answer to the wombos that Planet Dog are very good at pulling out.
I feel like DB also really want to get themselves an excuse to pick Legion Commander. Right now, there's no real reason to.
I mean, but yeah, but then you'd have Hester on that rather than the clock, I feel like you got to have Hester on his clock.
I don't think you want to play Legion, Shadow Fiend, and Silencer.
Hester clock is just...
That's a very slow early game lineup.
Earth Spirit.
Like Legion kind of sits in the lane and farm. Shadow Fiend kind of sits in the lane and farm.
That's true.
Earth Spirit.
I feel like we haven't seen that much Spirit, actually.
Yeah.
But it's good this game, I feel. You know, you've got a way to play around the clock. You can put a bit of pressure on that Shadow Fiend. You've now got that way that you can sort of look to catch out the Silencer at the start of a team fight to make sure he doesn't get that global out. I mean, depending on how well they play it, this could be a really nice pickup.
It's for the mid pressure and also the classic Earth Spirit DS combo.
Yes,
Ion
all that
Shell,
as well, yeah.
Earth Spirit is terrifying.
Yeah,
I mean, the one downside to that part is that DB haven't picked their safe lane yet. So if they want to go back for something like a Life Stealer, it's still okay.
Legion Commander.
It annihilates Disruptor.
Tsunami, you're right. They fell, yeah.
Kids running down, man.
Damn.
Yeah, once you said it has to show Clockwork, I was like, wait a second.
But hey, you're right. Okay, so they want to move the clock to support. Have Hester play as
and
Legion.
now they have a great excuse. You can purge off the silence, you can purge off the magnetize, you can purge off the stun. Earth Spirit loses so much efficacy against a Legion Commander.
And it is great catch for the Queen of Pain.
5 seconds remaining.
And they also know that the Earth Spirit is going to be the one roaming, so if the Clockwork just sits mid with SF, the ES is going to be totally ineffective.
Clockwork and Silence are going to sit with the SF.
I mean,
yeah, that's right. 6 people mid. Let's go.
The Clock Silencer support combo, do we like that? That's not really one we see a lot.
It's good because I think the main goal of Danish Bears is you have 2 lanes that are really solid so far. Like the SF is going to be protected by the clock, which is fine. The Earth Spirit's primary threat is his ability to kill the SF. That's what you're scared of right now in the early game if you're Danish Bears. Clockwork completely nullifies that. Don't even really need the Silencer. He could probably just sit top and zone the DS if he comes to lane.
10 seconds remaining.
They're expecting, well, they ban out the Veno 1 position, which I think is actually pretty sensible, because
yeah, definitely.
It's a very stable thing that Darkseer can't really mess with, even if he did want to go to the lane.
And they've picked it so many times for Ace. Danish Bears love that hero.
There's no physical damage on Dog, though.
I mean, what are we thinking for the last one? I mean, Lifesteal's been mentioned. I mean, Lycan, Sven, they're still around. If either of those be any good? I mean, Sven, as we sort of said before, there's a lot of games where he's decent. I mean, this seems like one where it could be alright, couldn't it? I guess the clock's a little annoying in terms of kiting, but...
I think Sven SF just eat up too much of the map. I think you need...
Oh, no, it's Sven for Planet Dog.
Oh,
yeah,
for
Planet Dog.
So you've got the follow-up for the Wombo and that heavy physical.
It's okay.
It's alright. I think he struggles a lot versus Clock.
Okay.
5 seconds remaining.
Danish Bears?
How do you feel about Ralph?
Reserve time.
That's...
I prefer some melee hero. Lifestealer or
I thought so
like
at first, but since this Clockwork is support, he's going to be being more active early on, that you don't need a really super beefy carry, I don't think.
I mean, I think you want an active safe laner.
Yeah.
I think it's actually a good jug game.
Yeah,
we've said
that's
that
true.
before.
I think you could also go to opposite room, go like AM. I think they have nothing versus 8. Like
that's so greedy though.
It is, but I think SF is already going to have a good time, and I think Planet Dog are probably going to jungle with Darkseer. So
yeah. Are there enough creeps on the map for a Legion SF and AM?
The way he plays Legion, he's usually just sitting behind people, ready to press the attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
He plays it like a very active hero.
I mean, not to forget as well, Danish Bears are the lineup that have in the past run the core silencer, but not really a time and place for that.
Well, it's actually like safe lane wise is good against Darkseer.
It is, but Rise is just too hero.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see what Danish Bears do get.
What if we're just like super wrong and it's silencer mid?
Oh, what about? Oh, is this a PA game? Ace is the guy who likes playing PA.
He does like playing PA.
He does like playing PA.
It's not a bad PA game. You may have some troubles catching up to Queen of Pain with Blink and Darkseer with Surge.
The Ace PA could be nice.
But you have a lot of setup with Hookshot, Global, and Duel.
KL is actually good. Disruptor pretty much is completely ineffective against.
Oh.
Radiant team pick.
Self-sufficient. Because they do like to tri-lane mid so much.
That's true.
Yeah, they ignore the safe lane.
I like that as well against this sort of team that's going to be looking for the wombos. You know, Savage Raw can really throw a spanner into the works when Planet Dog try and roll in, jump in, look for the setup. Yeah, but that between that and Global, and I mean the Clockwork Cogs, there's a lot of ways that Danish Bears can just break apart the team fight the Planet Dog are going to look for.
Yeah, the reason I suggest Drow Ranger is also she's a great pusher, and you can just leave her alone in a lane, and she will take it if Darkseer is not sitting there. And we've mentioned time and time again, Darkseer loves jungling.
I was going to say, I think this, you guys said, because of the way the Darkseer plays, Danish Bears are going to address that. I really feel that they have. They've got these heroes that are going to be incredibly strong in the lane, and if they do get ahead at the start, Lone Druid, SF, Legion, they can start barreling down lanes. And if Planet Dog don't hit their item timings, get those level 6 on the supports, it could be really hard at the moment for them to stop Danish Bears' momentum.
Yeah, it reminds me of like almost a Liquid lineup, where they pick heroes that just kill the tower if you leave the lane.
Yeah. Final pick for Planet Dog. They need that safe laner. We've mentioned a few. See if they do go Swift Ending.
I think Lifestealer's still fine.
Yeah. Lifestealer.
He can go toe-to-toe with Legion Commander, and that leaves Disruptor and Earth Spirit free to match the inevitable tri-lane that Danish Bears are going to be
Does Lifestealer beat Legion 1v1? I don't know. I think it might be a little bit based on like your Moment of Courage procs.
Yeah, that's true. And how much time, like, say, Disruptor spends early on also.
Yeah.
And we know Swift Ending's a fan. You don't think he's going pick me start? No, he's not. He is indeed the Lifestealer. So you guys were bang on with that one. So, but as you said, Andy, you don't feel like that's necessarily an amazing pick. Like there's problems.
No.
For the
I think
Lifestealer.
I think it's great.
I think it's good, but the laning stage might not be.
I was
easy.
just talking specifically about the 1v1.
Yeah. Okay.
Between the Legion and the Lifestealer.
Which we don't know. It might or
it might not even happen. So it's it's just conjecture.
No bombs for him though.
He's got Queen.
We got the Quap.
The Queen. Yeah.
But I guess she's not normally looking to jump right into the middle of it all.
And
Spirit.
33. Does he go Blink Dagger? I mean, he went Blink Dagger last
He does.
He second or third.
I was going to say, in some of the games we've seen where he's felt it's been necessary, he did just pick it up straight
In
up.
the Singularity game, he had a Blink Dagger, right?
You definitely go Blink with Disruptor, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just at what stage? Like, do you go for mech first? Do you go for Pipe first, which we've been seeing a lot? This game, I don't think Pipe is worth it. But
yeah, we've definitely seen him pick up Blink early in previous games, so could be the case. But overall, are we having a favourite in terms of the drafts?
I'm going with Danish Bears.
Danish Bears.
Danish Bears have more comfort picks, so I'm going.
Yeah, I agree. It's a clean Danish Bears sweep here.
Okay. And Bikely, you feel like this is a game that actually could quite sharply go Danish Bears' way. Like this may not be a close game if they get a good start.
I have a feeling that they're gonna like win 2 lanes for sure, and then the 3rd lane is still gonna go okay. And I think that when you have those types of heroes like Shadow Fiend, Lone Druid, and stuff like that, you get your one so fast. It's gonna be hard to recover.
Let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ourselves into this one. Game 1 of this best of 3. Danish Bears up against Planet Dog. Andy, Tsunami, you gonna stick around? Some Dota 2?
I think we're eating.
Are you eating?
Yeah.
I'll eat. I mean,
I'll
stay.
You'll stay? You'll
stay.
eat? Well, you're free to stay. Whatever's up to you.
See you later, Draskell.
We'll see you around Draskell. We'll see you for the second draft. So Tsunami will be sitting around with me and Ben as we take you through this game 1, and I'm excited for this one. Off the back of the EU qualifiers, these are 2 teams looking really good, looking really fun to watch as well. I think anyone that would have caught that last series with Planet Dog pulling off some big plays would have enjoyed it, and anyone that watched the game yesterday, Danish Bears versus Mouse Sports. A lot of excitement going on, and it's already going to kick off here. Milan rolling in onto Rise, looking for the body blocks, trying to buy time for the rest of his team to come in, and there we have it. Kaiser goes for the level 1 blink to make sure he can get in, secure the first button. He'll get it. Got the Lifestealer coming through as well, yet to skill. See if he sees an opportunity to go for anything, but it's not going to be the case as Hester Joe gets back. But a nice way for them to start there. First blood for the Quap, and so feels good.
No reason for them to be scared at all with SF still cogging it up. Almost has max souls.
30 seconds to battle.
12 of 18 at the moment, but they are sitting on his rune. I've seen 747 just sit in the mid lane though and not even bother going for the rune.
This is definitely the fastest rotation I've seen in a while against this Clockwork Cog strat. Usually they wait until like 30 seconds before, and then they're like, okay, wards have been placed. But no, this time Earthspirit just straight up want this high ground positioning.
She's going to follow Hester Joe over, who is going to look to simply take the rune away from Planet Dog. I say that, can the Lifestealer get there in time? Hester Joe will take it. And now, Swift Ending going for a bit of go here on Hester Joe. Smart play though. Straight up for the TP, knows it's very hard for these two to do anything. K4 yet to skill, but wouldn't have been able to get in range for the glimpse. So Hester Joe plays it safe, gets himself out of there, and manages to steal that.
Uh-oh, 3-3's in a lot of trouble. on top.
Is he going to go down?
It depends on the blocks.
I was going to say, if Rise gets some good blocks off here and
Yeah.
allows the Lone Druid to pummel in, we'll see if he's going to be successful with that. Here we go, the body blocks. Not quite enough, I don't think. 3-3 will be able to get himself back, but does take a fair bit of a beating.
Yeah, but he manages to steal his 3-foot.
That's true.
Arguably more.
Gets the job done in that
And
sense.
he didn't go Iron Town this time.
He didn't. Yeah, he manned up. Yeah, that's a fantastic talking point, because as we said, most of the games he will not come to the lane. I mean, looking at what he's up against, is this, Lone Druid Silencer? I was talking about Silencer, Rise just
Yeah, well,
playing around here.
half the reason we went on Danish Bears is because, they're going to
Yeah.
crush all 3 lanes. But now Rise, look at this. He's actually contesting. Mid lane is also being contested. It's a quad lane, basically, but...
Rise just casually farming between the tier 1s and the tier 2. Milan will come in with the TP. Rise
he's gonna clip
may
him.
play with his life here. They've got the roll,
Oh, yeah.
and with the Iron Shell, I mean, Rise was playing very greedy there, following the creep wave all the way around to that tier 2 tower, and he has to pay for that one. So great start for the Darkseer here, thanks to that rotation from Earth Spirit.
Planet Dogger just one step ahead.
Yeah.
They're like Silencer is also just one step behind. He wasn't there. He got caught off guard by the 4-man rotation at the start. He didn't have a TV scroll to get himself out of a sticky situation. He's just not prepared for what has been happening. They've drawn a lot of focus away from what they usually do too. Like Ace usually has a free lane, but now that the Darkseer's there, Rise is forced to go up there, and it's much different than their typical gameplay of protecting 7-for-7.
Which 7-for-7 still doing fine, though. 9 last hits. Clockwork is, he's been keeping him very well protected. So, Rise is not entirely necessary. Sure, him dying is not part of the plan. Him dying twice is not part of the plan, but at least the other lanes are still doing fine.
Rise on his way down bottom. He's still just that level 1. See if he can do too much against Swift ending, but unlikely. So 9 CS at the moment on Swift. Does have the slight lead in this CS battle in between himself and the Legion. Doing a good job in the lane. Milan making the pull, ensuring that Swift Denny has good control of that bottom lane.
3-3's creep skipping right now too. Silencer can't really deal with it at all. And Lone Druid, he's fine with the creep skip. It looks like Ace is actually going to try and get some more out of it by farming up that big camp at the same time.
Yeah, Lone Druid is probably one of the best heroes at dealing with this kind of strategies. Just have a super tanky bear. There's actually no threat. You can just respawn it as many times as you want, because I don't really think that Planet Dog are going to be able to kill, or are interested in even trying to kill the Lone Druid the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I don't even think they can. Maybe a roll in, but even then you have Savage Roar.
Yeah, exactly.
Falling very low here. Just get the Sal with the blink off.
And Noya tries to cancel it with Flare, but read the wrong direction.
So far, definitely, again, this decision for 3-3 to man up and go to the lane has been huge for the side. Lane, again, trading blows. 7-4-7 will tick down rather low there with the Thunder and the Poison bringing him down. In terms of regen, what's he got? Does have a salve, but that's him out of the lane for a little bit. Kaiser getting himself a nice free wave because of that pressure. Darkseer 3-3 now with the Soul Ring complete, so that top lane going to get a little bit easier for him as he can really amp up the pressure that he's putting onto Ace's Lone Druid. But as you said, Ace definitely a hero that's kitted up to deal with this sort of pressure. Mid lane, talk about pressure. Milan tries for the roll in, doesn't make the connection, and now a bit of a response coming in from Danish Bears. They head forward, curse on all 3 of them. Can't quite get the catch to actually finish off a kill.
Both mid laners quite underleveled as a result of so many heroes in the mid lane. But Rise not off to his early hot start. I think a couple of times we've seen him with, what, like 20 attempts in the game?
That's the benchmark that I'm holding him to.
Getting an Invis Rune snipe here. Sees if he could get the bounty as well, but Nora's already over there. Milan might be able to set something up with this. In level 2, 5 stones to play with. See what lane he decides to head for. Has to go rather low on the bottom lane. Shrine back up in, so not back up, but back up for the first time, of course, in 10 seconds. And that looks to be what he's waiting for before he heads back down there to try and continue to put pressure on Swift. But it seems that Swift, he's been doing A-OK down here. The Legion not being much of an issue at all, and Swift having the better time in that bottom lane in this 1v1 for the most part.
3-3 is getting a lot of farm up here. He's able to utilize the neutrals very well. I don't know. This early game's just so-so for both sides. I thought Dire would crush a lot harder.
Yeah. But I think it's all interesting. Like 33 showing up okay now.
It's a nice trap here for Neuer. Do they have the damage to bring him down with the battery assault and the blocks? He is gone. That'll be the kill there for the side. At the same time, though, the arguably bigger kill will be in the middle lane where the Shadow Fiend gets dove upon by the 3 members of Planet Dog, and they're looking to turn it into a second one. So despite losing their offlaner, it's going to be the middle lane where the favorable trade occurs as Planet Dog take down 2.
Clockwork needs to be the one to save them, not the Silencer. I think Silencer isn't as good at killing the Darkseer, but I think he's much better at protecting the Shadow Fiend. I
mean, it definitely, that was the call that was made, wasn't it? As soon as they saw the clock left mid, they were like, let's go in, let's punish 747, and bam, paid off massively.
He has less souls than he had when he first came to lane.
Lane. To Joe, will purge off the open wounds. We'll be fine, but as we're seeing, both heroes playing very much on the edge. TP will now come in from the Clockwork as he'll look to soak up some of the action of this lane potentially. Level 4 at the moment on Neuer.
Oh wow, he almost has Midas already on Ace. It's gonna be like a 7-minute Midas for him. It's good times, good times.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for Lifestealer this game for sure. You have to deal with the Bear Root, you have to deal with Hookshot Cogs, you have to do Duel. If you're kept still and then Rise uses the global following that, then it's going to be so difficult for Dog to be able to save this one position Lifestealer.
No, they don't really have too much save at all. I guess arguably you've got the static zone as such to try and stop more being thrown down.
Yeah, the intention is Dog have to take the fight to Danish Bears. If they're reacting, they're going to lose out every time.
Well, one thing they're certainly not going to have to worry about anytime soon, Planet Dog, is that global silence. You see Rise still suffering with the levels, just level 2 at the moment, nearly level 3. But the top lane definitely has been the place for both teams to have a great time. Darkseer 3-3 in a fantastic place, and as you mentioned, Ace 7.5 minutes. Midas is complete, and for the most part, other than that early pressure from the Darkseer, he's been pretty much left alone on this lone druid. As Planet Dog not seeming to have any intention of turning their attention towards the lone druid. It's pretty much been the mid lane, as expected. As we said, we thought the mid lane would be where all the action's happening for both of the teams. That's where the focus has been for the majority of this game, from the supports moving around.
I'm curious at what point Swift Ending is going to decide to start fighting, because it's going to have to be sooner rather than later. Because Lone Druid, he's going for that Midas. He does not care about doing anything. He's going to park himself in the mid lane until someone gives him a reason to leave. Whereas Lifestealer, he needs to go somewhere.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Milan in J4. Wrapping around. Iron Shell on Milan. Definitely good potential here to make something happen if he gets the roll connection. A 747 would be the perfect pick to get here. And they go straight up. There's the roll. Do they have the damage though? That's the question. Thunder strikes out. They'll trap him up. Okay, Kaiser comes in, has a haste rune. Will be able to take down the SF. Can they get more out of this? The immediate glimpse back, taking Hesjo out of the fight. Neuer has the cogs here to trap him. Has he got the damage with the Patriot Soul and the Rocket Flare? He does. Will punish the rotation when Kaiser gets the double kill as they take down J4 as well. Nice reaction there from Danish Bears, punishing a rather aggressive play from Planet Dog. They do get the SF, but it does cost them.
All 5 heroes of Danish Bears were there.
Yeah.
That's how they play around 747 though. He's not having a great game thus far, but I think overall his team is very happy with the way the pace of the game is going.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, and that double kill and fight was great for Clock, because suddenly, bam, he's nearly hitting the 6, and that's when we can start to expect to see Neuer pulling out the big guns.
Yeah, it's also Queen of Pain's first major rotation. She had Sonic Wave, and yeah, you can use it, but if you don't kill anyone with it, it's not really
Oh, here we go, Infest Bomb before the armlet comes out. I don't think that 747 is going to expect this, but they are actually going up for Ace. Ace is already in bear form.
He's prepared for this. Do they have the damage to do this? Well, if that connection doesn't happen, there's no way that they can kill that lone druid. There's going to be time for TP reaction. The Swifties trying to man up. They drop the wall, but this is all very awkward from Planet Dog, because now they just have to get themselves out of there. They've trapped Swift Ending in the cogs, beating him down here with the bear. The Battery Soul and the Curse now causing issues. 747 as well with the rotation. They get the root. They'll take down the Darkseer. There's the hook shot. Neuer comes in trying to control Swift Ending. It's not quite enough. as Lifestealer will get out. But Planet Dog there forcing the issue a little too hard. And as we saw, you would have thought that they would have learned their lesson from that play around the tier 2. You can't do that against Danish Bears. If you don't get the quick, swift, clean execution, Danish Bears are going to make you pay.
I thought they were actually going to go for the SF. I think SF was a pretty easy kill there. But Lifestealer was lucky to escape with his life.
He was. It was so close to Swift being taken down.
As soon as Lifestealer left, the first root immediately connected on the Darkseer, and then 747 strolled on in and was like, alright, I'll take this. And again, they went for a rotation without the Queen of Pain not using her Sonic Wave. I mean, she wasn't even there, but like...
Yeah, didn't have the TP.
Exactly.
Still on cooldown, unfortunately, but that certainly could have made it a little more understandable why Planet Dog would try for that sort of attempt, but definitely needing to maybe just take it a little slower, or be just a little more calculated, and as you said, Andy, potentially look for the easier targets, try and keep that SF down before he gets bigger. We know 747 will. This is a man that we've seen many Shadow Fiend performances from in this qualifiers, and he becomes an absolute beast if he's allowed to. Nice silence, quick off the mark there from Milan, making sure the hookshot doesn't come out immediately. Neuer does have a hookshot to play around with. They're going to try and move in upon this. They'll drop the static storm, it only catches the bear. So that'll be the disruptor rolled down, not too much achieved from it.
You can tell that Planet Dog are very pressured though. They know that with the co-op they have to fight early, and the Lifestealer too. Lifestealer is like decent, but versus some of the matchups that he's up against, like the Bear and the Legion and the SF, like he can't actually go toe-to-toe with them in the late game. They're forced to actually move around so much in the early game, and it's hurting them that they know that they have to go around the map.
I mean, we're seeing this as well because of, as you said, they sort of party around the mid lane. The mid lane is level-wise, they're not in that fantastic of a place. It's Ace that's rocketing ahead in experience, level 12 on this Lone Druid, 12 minutes in. You can maybe kind of asking yourself, did they get that bear too much space on the top lane? How do they deal with him? They tried one gank, it was failed.
I mean, as it was, they tried to take away more space than usual. Darkseer was contesting the lane.
I mean, that's true, yeah.
Lone Druid was such a good pick because
he could deal with it.
Exactly.
They tried to keep the SF down on result, but SF catches up much faster than the Lone Druid. So it's kind of hard to tell whether or not it was worth it for them. Because SF's above the QoP in net worth despite dying a couple of times.
Yeah, because as you said, off the straight back of the lanes, he was behind, but 747 knows how to bring himself back into the game.
Yeah, Astajo hasn't had to be nearly as sacrificial. We haven't seen him try to fish for duels, which is fine. He doesn't need to be able to, he doesn't have to be going for them at 6. He's been donated the mid lane by 747. And as a result, all 3 cores are once again
Milan infested.
Swapped out lanes and still farming well.
Can they get? They did head towards that top lane. 747 was in the neighborhood.
They even tried to use a scan for him, but he didn't go for the big camp, so he's going to be safe.
We may not test the choke, but immediate reaction there with the global silence and the hook shot, and they can't get the kill onto the Legion. Kaiser now in trouble as he's silenced up. Neuer gets the kill. Swift ending rages, but he has to walk himself out of there. As again, just an unfortunate play really for Planet Dog. Can they get something out of this? They drop the wall looking for 747. They can't quite finish him off. They do get the glimpse though. They want this kill and they will find it. Absolutely crucial they get that. It's a mid laner for a mid laner. Milan even looking to see if he can get more out of this. So they do take down the SF. They lose the QoP for it though. Shrining up. Danish Bears, can they get back in on this? That's the question. As Joe's still yet to get that blink. He's walking forward. Silence will be there. Jump back in from Kaiser. Maybe thinking if they themselves, Planet Dog, could go back in on this one. Neuer and Rise are there to back up the Legion. So at the end of the day, they do get the 1-for-1. They do claim the tier 1 tower. Really thanks down to some nice play from the Disruptor, making sure that they could bring back that Shadow Fiend and secure the kill.
Danish was very happy with that. It was a 1-for-1 trade, but Lone Druid was free farming the entire time.
Oh, that's true, yeah. For Danish Bears, they've got that.
And he took out the tier 1 mid. Sure, it kind of
That's
sucks.
the relic gold.
Sure, it sucks losing your tier 1 mid as Danish Bears, but you traded another tier 1, and a whole bunch of cooldowns were spent. And that's why Legion Commander were, and the rest of the squad were like, okay, even though we're not full HP, they're pretty low. Static Storm's down, Magnetize is down. We can maybe take a fight, but thankfully they backed up because Queen of Pain respawned. Still hasn't used Sonic Wave yet.
And I guess, yeah, also with the wall, the Magnetize, and the Static Storm being dropped and putting all your attention towards that mid-fight, you would have hoped for more than just the SF.
They had a really good response. The global and the hookshot came out
Oh yeah, I mean that was
within
perfect.
a second.
Yeah, for Neuer and Rise.
I don't even know how they saw that Infest bomb coming. That's a pretty unusual Infest gank. But and they know that they have to come to them, especially before the Radiance comes out. About 1,000 gold away for Ace. One of the fastest I've seen.
That's very scary. Very scary indeed for the side of Planet Dog. There's to Joe for the wraparound. Doesn't have the blink. Milan and Kaiser
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
can bait anything out here, but almost certainly Kaiser and Milan will play it safe.
He was looking for the disruptor because they were expecting someone to perhaps be sitting on top behind the Queen of Pain, but it's not the right hero. That's what they were expecting.
Swift ending with his build this game, Armlet, and then going back for the Midas.
Radiant's
Yeah, a fan of this. Is this the... I may just kill it. Rather tanky has to Joe, but not tanky enough to deal with Milan rolling in as well.
tower is under attack.
They will take down the Legion Commander, and that will be the goal. So Swift ending now has that Midas on his way out.
Is under attack.
Be able to keep himself up on par with the farmers, some of Danish Bear's bigger cores. Quick movement up to the top lane. J4 picks him up, gives him a ride, but the global's there just to secure the chance for Ace to try and get out of glimpse range, but they do still get it. They're able to bring him back. He now goes for the TP out. They've got a vacuum to cancel it. Kaiser coming across as well. This is a big kill for them to get. Anything they can do to just hold back that Radiance timing, and they will bring him down. That's what they've been looking for a lot of this game, and they do finally get it, that lone Druid kill.
Tower is under attack.
This disruptor's owning.
He's
the
been doing big
glimpse.
things.
I can't believe he's gotten so many levels. He was mid lane with his Queen of Pain like the first 10 minutes and has maxed out Glimpse, hit that level 6 at a pretty good timing, and yeah, he's all over the place. His team is so good at giving him vision for these level 4 glimpses.
Get a tier 1 tower as well, Swift ending. Things looking up for them there.
The Lifestealer, I think, has been playing really well. Like, he left the lane twice to go infest. He let the Disruptor get a lot of levels, and he killed the SF and killed the Lone Druid. This is kind of the moves that you want. And at the same time, he's keeping his farm up. He's going to be a late game threat with the Midas.
Yeah. Very close to being neck and neck with the Lone Druid. Especially once he pops in that Midas.
This matchup is weird, though. Lone Druid versus Lifestealer.
What do you mean?
Like, Lifestealer kind of counters the Lone Druid because you can eat the bear.
Yeah.
And you can also, you don't care about the roar, but at the same time, if you get rooted during the rage, then you're not in good shape. And also, Lone Druid typically builds a lot of armor items, and he has Battle Cry. So he's not actually that vulnerable to getting chopped up.
Movement to come from Planet Dog, smoke up.
Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
making a
under
beeline
attack.
straight for the top lane. Swift ending, sort of baiting this one out as he shows, pushing out the lane. J4, what kind of catch can he get? Rise will dispel the smoke, immediate with the curse. Does still get the kinetic field, and nice bit of control there from Milan as well to keep him inside it. They'll get the pick off. Silencer down. Planet Dog securing the ability to take this tier 2 with no possibility of Danish Bears turning up for the fight.
Okay, now's the Radiance timing. Let's see if they can turn things around. They're actually, what, I guess even after this tower falls in gold, neck and neck.
Very close.
With the Radiance, I think it's going to be a much different story.
And
Like,
Blink Dagger now completed on the Vestige Legion.
Oh, look at straight up off the back of those 2 big items. They're looking to make a massive impact on the game.
And they have Global up and running.
Let's see what they can do. They'd love to find a big pick. Swift ending would be ideal. In fact, he's coming back up here. He may be paying for this one. The hook shot will miss, but they do get in range for the duel. They won't get the bonus damage, but they do get the kill. As that was pretty much the ideal target there to catch with that Blink Dagger Radiance reveal.
As far as they went for that Global, they have Observer Ward to the left on the Shrine area, but they still thought that maybe, I don't know, Rage
Maybe worried that
they could always get
somewhere around
comboed.
here. Yeah,
Dark Seer
behind.
into the Earth Spirit combo. Just wipe them right there.
What does Dark Seer have right now? By the way, this is a great
Could.
Is there any way they could contest it? They are without the Lifestealer. Milan will roll forward. Goes for the Boulder Smash. It's a little awkward. They do get the Static Storm, the vacuum controlling the SF, but he turns, brings down the Earth Spirit. Sonic Wave flies through. 747 still alive. Kaiser jumping forward, trying to find him, but 747 with the ultimate. Hestijo with the control, has the duel. Locked in place. Kaiser still manages to get the blink out. He'll go for the TP away, will be successful. 747 forced up there. Great play from Neuer to save the Shadow Fiend. They bring him out of that.
747 is so well protected. He got forcepped immediately when that kinetic field ended so that the Sonic Wave didn't
Yeah, Neuer making some beautiful things happen on this block.
Sure.
He has a force himself too.
Yeah.
They that Yules I think actually saved. I think he was like right about Quap was about to die, so she wanted to use him.
Well, and it's because I thought he could cancel. He thought he could cancel
Cancel the ult, I guess. Yeah, he thought he could, but it was just after it.
And technically, it also was preventing SF from getting closer to the shrine. They didn't activate it, but yeah, Yules got glimpsed back, and then Quap was on the high ground. SF got glimpsed to the low ground, and then just killed the disruptor.
That's a good fight to take with their lone druid.
Yeah.
Roche.
I mean, it wasn't still too bad for Planet Dog because Planet Dog do stop them from taking Roshan. They get Danish Bear out.
That's without global though.
Yeah, it was without global.
Oh, okay.
I think now they can just walk in with global.
It's going to be another level of difficulty.
Yep. Oh, trying to go for another kill on Swift. They do have global again. Can he hit it? Oh my god.
Oh, the cogs come just in time. Swift ending, TP cancelled. And you know, no, just with these hook shots, it's just a bit of bait playing. It's just, it's a toy. Has to go living on the edge.
He didn't rage TV, did he?
Actually gonna pop the global here because the rest of Planet Dog came through.
Oh my.
Trying to do something about this. They do have the vacuum onto 3. Sonic Wave comes through from Kaiser. They get the kill onto the silencer, but overall Planet Dog are just melting to this Radiant Spare. Triple kill for Ace. 3-3 trying to get himself out of there. STJ's going to have to blink back again in 6 seconds. 3-3. He'll looking to try and buy as much time as he can, but 3 of his team already dead. He is going to fall as well.
That feeling of hopelessness.
He just saw the lifesteal die there too.
Oh man, I mean that, again, Planet Dog trying to turn up to the fight after this lifestealer died. It was always going to be difficult, and especially as you guys mentioned, Silence. Even though he went down, he got the job done at the beginning. He gets that global silence out, and then Planet Dog are sort of sent into disarray as they don't really have any way of having the damage to bring down these beefy cores on Danish Bears without that lifesteal.
I think it's Pike first build. Was excellent.
That's made him so slippery.
BKB next as well, so they can just all stand and deliver. And then who do you target if you're Planet Dog? They've been bullying the Silencer, but all he needs to do is get his ult out. Legion Commander's throwing herself in these fights, so she's okay with it. And now SF is becoming incredibly tricky to get a beat on.
Regeneration.
They just need some good combos. I think Darkseer Earth Spirit still has a lot of upside in the fights, but they haven't been able to execute the combo just because they've been scattered to the winds. Lifestealer's been trying to farm up, and then the others have been trying to fight them around Roche and prevent them from getting any bigger. But Shadow Fiend, yeah, he's getting close to that critical point where he can just stand there and not actually care if he gets Static Storm with Kinetic Field. He can just stand there and attack.
3-3 as well. Did go for that full-out pipe before getting the blink, but the blink will be the next time on the menu. And as you were saying, that's definitely going to make that sort of play a lot more achievable for Planet Dog.
Lone Druid doesn't care about it though.
True, it's going to be super hard to catch him out.
Yep. And here he has Vlad's.
He's going for Hood next.
Yeah, he's going for it. They just need to stay alive during the combo. That's pretty much all they need to do. They can't rely on an LC pressy attack. Doesn't really do much versus the vacuum wall combo. So just building items to help.
Once again, they have the sword up there. They know that Swift Ending was alone. Now they'll see that his guy's back up. Now they try and open up straight in with the hook shot, the global, and the duel, holding him in place. They don't get the bonus damage, but again, it doesn't matter because they're getting the kill. Now potential turnaround. Sonic Wave flies through, but look how beefy 747 is. First the attack comes through, he's kept alive, gets the Requiem off, and now Earthspirit falls on the sideline. 747 turns with the raises. They land the root. And again, it's Planet Dog losing 4. And as you said, even when they get some sort of a combo, if they don't kill them during it, the chance is there for Danish Bears to turn and easily win the team fight.
Dire's top tower.
They're only losing the silencer, but every time they're losing the silencer after he's got the global out. So they really don't care that he's dying because the job's been done, the team fight has been won. And Planet Dog, how do they deal with this? The way that Danish Bears are playing and just countering the style that Planet Dog are trying to bring to this game.
Well, this is what I was saying earlier in the laning phase. Planet Dog have to take the fight to Danish Bears every single time. It's why this Lifestealer got so active early on, and things were initially looking somewhat good. It's just a few missed gank attempts on the lone Druid. Kind of, the window started closing, and at this point, they're losing in the vision war. They have no idea when this initiation is coming in, and as a result, you can't react to global because none of your heroes are fond enough to have
And we saw, yeah, 747 with that Hurricane Pike, Ogre Club, the bust from his team. They just couldn't bring him down. He's hit a nice peak in terms of this mid-game tanking. There's top, there's Joe. Will be caught out of the pit. They do take the Legion kill. That is the space there for the rest of them. Milan's actually going to come in with the smash. They're going to look to try and contest it. They vacuum them outside the pit here. The 747's SF will still find the Aegis, but Planet Dog did get the kill. They're looking to catch out Ace on the sideline, has the Savage Roar, but with the jump forward from Kaiser, they find themselves the lone Druid.
Wow, what a vacuum.
What a vacuum.
Oh my god. 747 just salvaged that too by Hurricane piking.
Back in.
If he didn't have a pike there, they would have
got the Aegis
wiped.
as well. They would have got the Aegis
and
as well.
SF, I think, too.
Yeah. 3-3. I mean, we saw them last game. They are so good with these vacuum plays.
Hestajo was just trying to scout, and then all of a sudden the whole fight kicked off, and Global was down, which was maybe a little bit greedy from Danish Bears to, like we said, if taking a fight in the pit, it's risky if you don't have Global up and running. That's like, you are, well, actually they're not even that bad, yeah.
I mean, it's still so close. There was a slight lead for Danish Bears, but what we're saying, exactly the kind of game we'd hope for at this stage of the qualifiers. Very close between the two sides, and plays like that showing us the Planet Dog can still absolutely throw a spanner into the works of Danish Bears.
Lifestealer was actually able to do something like that too, before he just gets dueled and globals, but as long as he pops Rage, I would say before the global, then he's fine. Like, he can still do enough damage so that he isn't completely useless in the fight. But this farm's getting there. Almost has the AC. Definitely the item of choice here. Hestajo might have a problem, like, winning duels.
I mean, we're seeing, aren't we? You know, he gets the duels, but it takes so long for them to actually get the win that he's only actually managed to be successful during one of them.
He only just completed the Blade Mail, though.
True.
So
That's going to make things a little easier.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And as SF completed his VK?
Yeah, it did, yeah.
That's also going to be a big X factor.
No, not many ways at all that Planet Dog can fight through that magic immunity.
Is under attack.
What's Queen of Pain been going for?
Veil Shiva's Yules into Lincolns. She is very far.
That's
She's actually top net worth. How did that happen?
Is I think that last fight. and the Roshan still, it's bumped her up. She's ahead of the Lone Druid Midas Radiance. And this was a Lone Druid Midas Radiance coming at a very good time. You've got to respect that from Kaiser. 7, 2, and 5. And looking to put some pressure potentially onto this tier 3 top. They will lose the tier 2 bottom, as Danish Bears are given the space to work down there. And maybe a case of who's going to force back who first. There's the reaction, as the bear is sent back, just to push the lane back out with the Radiance. Do they want to force it even more? That's the question.
You need to
hard
take
to
this.
do so.
Yeah, with the SF Aegis,
Yeah.
you should be thankful that you got even that much damage done on the tier 3 tower.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Do none of them have TPs or something? Why is none of Danish Bears going back?
No TP on SF.
No TP on SF. Okay.
They almost lost their tier 3.
That's a fair bit of damage.
And they have the Aegis.
Yeah, they themselves didn't even get to have a chance of tickling the one on Planet Dog. Well, he has a hook shot. Just get the vision. See if he wants to commit and see if he can set something up for the team. Goes to the aim. Doesn't catch it. Milan out just in time with the roll. So they, as you said, they get a fair bit of damage done. They get themselves out. Definitely Planet Dog there, outmaneuvering Danish Bears.
That's almost the entirety of these two. There's only like a minute left. They can't even use it anymore.
Might go for
Yeah, they might go for a T2
the
push.
tier 2 at least, but
it's
more
risky,
than that.
though.
Yeah, even that's
Now
risky.
your mid tier 3 is pushing with your Dire, though.
Worthy tribute.
Clock really needs level 15. That rocket flare damage.
Oh,
He's actually the main one pushing out the lanes because SF can't afford to be alone.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Jesus, Kaiser
Radiant's
is
top
a
tower is under
madman.
attack.
He's getting away with it.
I can't believe this.
Fortification will come out, but other than that, they are set on just sticking as a team, Danish Bears. They don't want to head back individually. Now they'll start to keep it back, but he gets the Hestijo tried for the duel, but the blink was just in time.
Dire's
Blink again in
bottom
6,
tower
but it's
is
not going to
under
be as
attack.
soon as that of Kaiser's. Oh, the hook shot this time! Neuer does find the connection. Beautifully done, but oh, again! They don't quite get the blink duel off. Kaiser, he's fine here. They can't waste any more time searching for him. They're
Goodbye,
back
Shrines.
off. And absolutely, tier 3 gone. This is going to open up the map. Planet Dog. This last sort of 5 minutes of gameplay, you know, ever since that Roche play, it's been them sort of being the driving force now, making Danish Bears play around them.
I've never seen a lone druid so impotent at like this stage of the game
When he
have
has such a good start, yeah.
Exactly.
And behind the net worth of the quad, Kaiser has been doing so much for the team in terms of split push and involvement. 7-2 and 5, very clean game for him. And yeah, that's got to be frustrating. The fact that they couldn't catch him blinking around the trees, even with that clock and Legion, just the timings weren't there. Couldn't get that blink duel off.
This time.
He's impressive. But yeah, he's respecting this Hestijo. This is a quap with Shivas. That's a lot of armor for him to punch through. No way he can go for a solo on that. He needs to have some sort of a backup. Danish Bears not in a position to help him out at this time. 747 forcing down the bottom lane. Getting well on his way towards that butterfly. See if they want to go for any sort of plays. No smoke on the unavailable. Ooh, Kaiser does blink into this. Neuer has got a hook shot with the global. Can they kill him? I mean, he's got the Yules. He should be able to get the blink off in time. No, the duel's there this time. Comes out just in time to guarantee the kill. Can they get anything more? That's the question. Milan's rolled in on the back, goes up to the high ground, TP's away. Can they catch more Danish Bears? Neuer moving forward. Hestijo blinks up to J4. J4 still with a lot of health to play around with. Hasn't got the mana to send him back. They hold back the bear with the open wounds. Hestijo wanting to dive, but he's getting far too aggressive here. Immediate silence, and the boulder smash is forced back. There's the vacuum wall just onto Neuer. I mean, Hestijo lucky that he could get himself back out of there. He was playing incredibly aggressive, and oh, he may have got back, but Ace gets glimpsed back into the hands of the rest of Planet Dog. There is a Savage Roar. He'll turn and try and beat down onto 3-3. Ace still too tanky. Magnetize was dropped here. Again, keeping the Magnetize going with this rock placement. Milan heading back in. Will be surged. Root won't occur. And again, look at this. Glimmer Cape. They're trying to get themselves back in on this one. Infest into Milan. Dust gets thrown out. They kept themselves back. And they do obviously just get that quad kill, but Danish Bears, try as they might, could not get anything more out of that engagement as Planet Dog were able to play around them and really kind of teach them a lesson for going aggressive, showing them that they can't quite get away with that yet.
Finally, they pick off the quap. She was like 100 gold away from early. I think that's what caused her to blink into the bounty rune and just die.
Well, she has it.
AC done for Swift Ending as well for the next fight.
Yeah, after that glimpse, if Swift Ending was able to rage before the Savage Roar came out, that was almost... Well, Lone Druid may have still survived, but it's difficult to say. But that invasion by Hestijo on the high ground, I thought was going to go much worse.
It looked like it nearly did. Getting boulder smashed. And
all these pikes and are definitely proving to be the saving grace for Danish Bears.
Halberd nearly done for Hestijo. Smoke up from the side. Ooh, it is going to get dispelled by this Invis rune. Just with the last few seconds of it as well, but that is nice. I say that's nice. It's enough to say that there it is. They'll force back 747. Milan's actually going up towards the shrine.
He's trying to get vision for Glimpse. Force out a BKB. But
Kaiser. Hestijo. Is Hestijo going to get him? The global comes out immediately. The Lincolns is there, protecting him from the duel. Hestijo backs off. Swift Ending turns towards the bear, but gets rooted immediately. Neuer in with the hook shot. The rage out in time. They're trying to bring down the bear. Boulder smash holds back 747. The bear low. Kaiser jumping in, does want to get the gold. He gets it. Plus 300 as he takes down Alfredo. 747 going in with the BKB. The Requiem comes out, connects onto 4, but already Kaiser blinks back to safety. 3-3 with the surge out, keeping himself alive. Swift ending Glimmercapes. J4 with the silence onto Hester Joe, trying to stop him getting any sort of lockdown. They have lost the Disruptor, the Vacuum, the 1-2, 747 in trouble now as he's already used the BKB. He's down, so's Ace. Neuer may be in trouble as well as 3-3 chasing him down. The Boulder Smash, beautiful shot there from the Earth Spirit as Planet Dog take 3, including 2 at the big ones. Ace and 747 taken down. Fantastic fight from them, fantastic kite as well, playing around and pulling Danish pairs apart. And now they've opened up the chance to get in on the mid lane. 747 forced to buy back. But the fortification, tier 3 falling low. Vacuum once again though, quick force from 747, but the Boulder Smash still connects. This was a buyback, he can't afford to let himself go down again, but they're moving forward with the Scream, with the dagger. He's down for 90, dieback on the Shadow Fiend. Planet Dog turning up the heat, and they're not quite done. Double kill as they find Rise as well, get the tier 3. They'll finish off the racks in the middle lane as well at least.
Malon just forced that silencer in? Dude, what a boss.
I mean, this Earth Spirit, he has been pulling out some great stuff. Milan,
He's been amazing this game.
he pretty much secured that last team fight, and off the back of that, these 2 racks.
He just ran in there. He's like, I don't even, like, they're not going to go on me.
The first time I've seen a dog Earth Spirit, my god, this is, it seems like he's been maining the hero pretty much. The whole thing, I think, pretty much got...
It's not finished yet, they're getting more. If they drag him back, he will be forced back. But Planet Dog taking 2 sets of racks.
Yeah,
They're not done. There's 40 seconds without that SF. They want to stick around. Hester Joe getting tracked in by the Vacuum. Thunderstrike. It's very hard for him to close the gap. Touch a bit, but again, Milan with the beautiful Boulder Smash, setting up for the Static Storm. The Sonic Wave onto 2. Swift ending opens up onto the Legion. Hester Joe's down. Neuer tries to hold him back with a hook shot, but it's not going to happen. 2 dead, maybe even more. Ace will try for the TP out. Can he get back in time? He can. He will survive. No, he won't. He ticks out in the base. Oh my goodness. These Milan plays, you have to call GG. He just turned it absolutely up there and made sure the Planet Dog could seal the deal just like that. And they take game 1.
Milan God.
Wow. That was what a way to finish that game.
He came in a big way. Although I don't think I can pinpoint it to an exact thing, but dueling that Lincoln's was definitely like...
I mean, that was the first time they saw the Lincolns, I think, wasn't it?
And
so it did catch him off.
He blinked in.
He would have died anyways, though. The lifesteal was inside the clock.
Yeah, I know, but he blinked in because he thought he could actually successfully duel.